Welcome to the Deep Dive into Success podcast. Jason and Rebecca are ready to fuel your next move. Every insight here is a spark. Ignite change. Seize the moment. Take action today and shape your tomorrow. Check us out by listening. And if you like what you hear, don't forget to subscribe to receive notifications when new content is available.
Okay, let's unpack this. So our mission today is this deep dive into modern consumer behavior. We're talking 2025. And what we found in the sources, it's really clear. Shoppers today, well, you're not just calculators trying to maximize value. It feels much more like emotional skepticism.
Yeah.
Driven by these primal fears.
That's exactly it. And to really get it, you have to go back to Daniel Kahneman and Amos Tversky and their, huge work prospect theory.
Right. Before them, wasn't it all expected utility theory?
Yeah.
Like we're all perfectly rational robots.
Precisely.
Oh.
That was the idea, maximum benefit, logical choices. But prospect theory, developed way back in the late 70s, it just showed that's not how we actually work.
It kind of blew that up.
Totally. It laid the groundwork for behavioral economics, showed we consistently deviate from pure rationality.
And the core idea, the one that really explains so much, especially now in 2025, is loss aversion.
Mm-hmm.
The sources say the emotional hit from losing something is roughly twice as powerful as the joy of gaining the same thing.
Twice. It sounds nuts, right? But think about it. Losing $100 just feels so much worse than finding $100 feels good.
Yeah, it really does.
And that's why the fear of a bad purchase, getting ripped off, it registers so strongly. It makes consumers, hyper cautious, focusing on not losing rather than maybe gaining.
Okay, and I found this other bit fascinating, the reference point. How we judge things relative to what we expect.
Oh, yeah. That's crucial.
So, like, if you expect a $100 discount, but you only get $50 off, even though you saved $50, your brain kind of feels like you lost $50 compared to the expectation.
Exactly. It feels like a loss relative to that reference point. Satisfaction is all about the frame. It's entirely relative.
Wow.
And what's also really interesting is how inconsistent we are with risk. Prospect theory nails this. When you're looking at potential gains, we tend to be risk averse.
Meaning,
most people would take a guaranteed $500 over, say, a 50-50 shot at $1,100. We prefer the sure thing.
okay, play it safe. Makes sense.
Flip it around. If you're facing potential losses, we suddenly become risk-seeking. If you're told you'll definitely lose $500, you're much more likely to gamble on a small chance of losing nothing, even if the odds are worse overall.
So we'll take crazy risks just to avoid a guaranteed bad outcome.
Yes, that avoidance of pain is key. And that's the direct link from the 70s theory to, the kind of chaos of 2025.
Because our modern world just amplifies this stuff.
It's hugely. Two massive factors we're seeing. First, this whole scam epidemic.
All right. Everyone's worried about being ripped off online, losing data, losing money.
Exactly. It's a constant low-level anxiety, and that feeling of being targeted. It's a direct trigger for loss aversion. It puts avoiding loss front and center.
So it creates this fear of being fooled. FOF.
That's a great way to put it. FOF, it makes skepticism the default setting.
Okay, what's the second amplifier?
Just sheer information overload. Too much data, too many choices, conflicting reviews.
Yeah. Decision paralysis. You just freeze.
You freeze, and that freezing itself feels like a loss of confidence, of control, so you procrastinate.
And the result of all this fear and freezing is what we call the cost of fear. We actually suffer because of it.
We absolutely do. Knee-jerk reactions driven by skepticism. It means you miss opportunities. Real ones.
Like products or services that could actually help save money long-term, improve things.
But the immediate fear of making a mistake, of that potential loss, it's just too powerful. Short-term fear trumps long-term strategy almost every time.
Okay. Here's where it gets really interesting, though. We can actually use these insights ethically to build trust.
Yes. And it has to start with acknowledging the fear. Real consumer empathy.
So validating that caution,
Yeah.
showing you get why they're skeptical about FOF.
Exactly. Build rapport first. Show you understand. Then you shift the frame.
How so?
Instead of just pushing the potential gain, focus on the losses the customer avoids by using your product or service.
Okay, give me an example.
So rather than saying, this software increases your efficiency by 20%, you might say, stop losing 20% of your valuable time to these frustrating manual processes.
You frame it as loss avoidance. Taps right into that core fear.
Precisely. And then, crucially, you have to de-risk the decision itself.
Okay, like how? Strong guarantees, free trials,
Yeah,
easy cancellations.
all of that. Remove the fear of being stuck with something bad, that sunk cost feeling. And don't forget social proof.
Testimonials, case studies.
Yeah, success stories. Show them. Look, other people like you, they were worried too, but they gained without experiencing that loss you're afraid of.
So what does this all mean for you listening?
It means these ideas from prospect theory, they're like the master key. They explain so much about why you hesitate, why you feel skeptical. And the smart approach isn't about fighting your own psychology. It's about understanding it, working with that innate fear of loss.
Which leaves us with our final provocative thought for today. If this fear of being fooled, this FOF, is really stronger right now than the old fear of missing out, FOMO, well, how much potential progress, how much innovation, how much genuine long-term gain are we all losing collectively just by constantly defaulting to the safe status quo? Something to chew on.
Thanks for diving deep with us on this episode of the Deep Dive into Thriving Successfully. We hope you found a quick hack to take action on today. If this episode moved the needle for you, please take 1 second to hit that follow or subscribe button on your favorite podcast platform. It helps us reach more people who want to start thriving. Our content is 100% based on listener requests. We want to cover the topics you struggle with. Drop your episode suggestions in the comments or send us an email directly at deepdive@lfeg.info. And the best way you can help us is to share this episode with a friend or colleague you care about. Let's build a thriving community together. Until the next dive, keep crushing your goals.